Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video, where today this is quite a heavy one, and this one comes from Minnesota Lake, Minnesota. So I'm just gonna cut into this one here. And try not to slice my fingers open live on YouTube. So we've got some boxed stuff here, so that's pretty awesome. Wow. Okay. Now, I know that this package is coming. There may not necessarily be a note. Let me just have a quick dig before can't forget that. Right, so there is no note, and this actually comes from like I say, Minnesota Lake, Minnesota, by a chap called Grant Thursdale, who contacted me and said, Rob, I like what you do. There's a couple of things, well, basically there's this whole load of cars if you're interested in. And I said, yeah, you know, if we'll come to a deal, or we'll, you know, if you want to donate them to the channel, or, you know, what do you want? I don't just kind of take. You know, if there's something you want me to do for you, then obviously we can work it out. Now, we have 2 lots. So that's quite good. So let me start off with this. So here we have 2 Tamica Dodge Coronet Customs. Let's start again, eh? 2 Dodge Coronet Customs, made in Japan. So these are the older style Tamica toys, and they've got some real weight to these, heavier than the Matchbox and the Hot Wheels that I'm used to. So with weight, I kind of generally feel that's where the quality is. And here is basically the kind of custom that Grant wants me to do. So, Dukes of Hazzard Sheriff car. So it's the white car, so we can see it's the right style of car, with the black wheels, obviously the white paint, the yellow star on the side, and then these sirens on top. And he wants 2 of those. So let me put them back. And then these will be individual and separate videos. And I will be getting to those as soon as possible. And then we also have so 2 more Tamica Dodge Coronet Customs, made in Japan. Now these were, or are, taxis, but the vibe that Grant wants me to go down for these ones, so here you are, is the 1970s Minnesota Highway Patrol vehicle. So we can see there that it's in a kind of, what colour is that? I'd have to do a bit of Google research myself, but it kind of almost looks like a what colour do you call that? Like a dark purpley. The colour escapes me, to be honest, but with a white door, and again you've got the sirens on top. So I need to do a bit of research. Burgundy, is that I think that's the colour I'm trying trying to think of burgundy. So a little bit of research, trying to grab hold of some correct decals, correct sirens, and I'll do that for him, and my payment, I guess you could say, is the rest of this pile here, which I think is very fair enough. So let's just go through it. And these are other things that you will be seeing on my channel. So first up, let me just get me kind of rubbish pile going here. So we have a number 69 armoured truck. Very good condition. Very nice. Very cool. We have, with a tyre missing, a Matchbox series number 55 or 73 Mercury. So of course this is the police car here. We've got a trailer. I'll keep that to one side. Maybe there's something to put in that. Now it did show me a picture of you know, the rest of this stuff's, wow, look at this. So this is still boxed. So as boxed, look at how nice and clean that is. Wow, that is cool. So that's a number 31 Caravan. Very nice. And I shall be keeping that in its box. Need to, is that, oh that's a shame. So that's come off, but I shall just pop that in the in there, so that somebody, if one day, well, myself perhaps, can try and repair that. So here we have, oh, it's a play art. It's my first play art. I don't have any play art stuff. This is a combine harvester made in Hong Kong. Very nice. Oh, how cool is this? So Rollermatics number 72 Maxi Taxi, made in Hong Kong. Wow. I don't think I've got any that are made in Hong Kong. How nice is that? To be fair, that is possibly now my most favourite casting that I own. Super duper, that one. And then we might as well, whilst we're opening up the boxes, let's have a little look at this one. I've done a restoration on one of these. See, look, there's these little things here. See that? Oh, it's probably, you could probably just about see it there. Now, in the one that I've done, you know, this detail is no longer around. You know, you can see that's kind of where it's like stretched, and that detail is lost today. But look at that. New old stock, beautiful. You know, you can restore these old cars, but nothing beats the true original. And that's coming from me, you know. I've done about 150 of these now. Very nice. Probably a little bit of damage on the boot there, which is a shame. But I like this colour. This is different. So I've got probably probably 4 of these, and they're all in this colour. But it's quite nice to see one in a different colour, and possibly one of my favourite cars, the Lincoln Continental. To me, a Lincoln Continental should be in black, and I did custom restore one kind of towards the beginning of my channel, I think it was now. So we've got a models of yesteryears, as 1928 Mercedes, missing the interior unfortunately, but in very good condition nonetheless. Oh, nice little Ford Corsair. I've done a couple of restorations on these now, and one in fact was a commission. Lovely cars, and I'll do another one day. You know, as the channel kind of progresses, or as I progress, or hopefully as I improve, you know, when I redo cars, hopefully you'll see the progression in those. So here we have a ergomatic cab made in England by Lesney, Horsebox, 1969. Look at this, looks like just a couple of years old. It's really lightweight, but the fact that it has this still intact, unfortunately I'm going to guess that it had horses, which are now missing, but that is lovely. Look at that. I'll have to make sure to take care of these, not just throw them in a bag or whatever. They're too good for that, these ones. You see that going around? Yeah. So this is a Matchbox Series Fodden concrete truck number 21 in relatively good condition, but everything's there. Be quite nice to just put a fresh, you know, just a fresh restoration on that. My only concern is, you know, getting these wheels off, but there's quite a lot of play in there, so you can easily get them off, but it's just the Marty's method that I struggle with to get them back on again. Might have to kind of figure out my own method. But here's another, look at that one, fully working and in good condition. I've done a Mad Max Monday on one of these before. Certainly this one just needs to be left as it is, because that is very nice and very clean. Here we've got a number 59 Ford Galaxy, busted out the rear window, look. Little bit of damage here. Oh, in fact it's that, what do you call that, A pillar, B pillar, C pillar? But that's busted at the back there, so that's a bit of a shame. But as a fire chief car, maybe it can be used for spares, or perhaps I don't know, it could be restored, couldn't it? Maybe one day, maybe one day. So we have a Matchbox Series number 58 girder truck, and it's missing some bits on the back here, but otherwise in good condition. Looks like we've got another one, although, oh look, was there a tyre missing off something, weren't there? Maybe that's maybe that's the tyre there. But anyway, got another one of those trucks in a different colour. Oh, that's cool. So we got now a Ford Heavy Wrecker. Lee from Time Riders Wee Little Cars has just done a kind of custom restoration on one of these, as I watched it this morning, Saturday morning. This is Saturday afternoon for me now, but I don't know when this video will go up, probably a few days after recording. But if you haven't seen it, check out Time Riders Wee Little Cars. Wow, this is cool. This one will be seen probably sooner rather than later. Ford Thunderbird, made in England by Lesney's, number 75. Looks like it's been over painted, I'm going to guess. Maybe not. But I'm not really a lover of the two-tone cream and pink. But maybe a restoration plus will be on the way for that one. Oh, so we've got another wrecker. Oh, now this is a unicorn. So it's a Matchbox Series Jeep, number 72. The reason why I call it a unicorn is because of this piece. I have so many of these, and they're all broken. The fact that this is intact, or that it's still attached or intact, I kind of went halfway. Oh, that's where the other tyre goes. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna, although we are missing one off the back, where did that tyre go? There it is. There we are. So I can find a tyre for the back there, but otherwise that is now in relative kind of full parts. I'm going to put that to one side and restore that. Here's one that I've got close to me. Look, so this is what I mean by, you know, this missing. We've got wheels missing. What I might do, to be honest, as I tend to do, I'll probably restore this one, but use the parts from this, just because it makes for, you know, it makes for more interesting. And then what I'm left over with, I can still play with. So that's kind of the YouTube way. But anyway, dumper truck, series number 48. Pretty cool. Needs to freshen up on the paint. Wouldn't mind doing that one. One of these. I was going to say, I was just about to. I haven't done one of these. That's a shame. Okay, so we're missing something on the back here. I think it's like a. I can't remember. I was seeing it. I think it's clear piece at the back here, but this has got the moving steering and very basic on the front there. But I think I could do something with that. Whoop. Wow, that's in good nick. So it's a mini ha-ha. Not really kind of my vibe. I prefer the real looking cars. But for the condition that it's in, I can certainly appreciate it. Oh, this is a beauty. Shame it's kind of got a bit of a crush on the top. But it's an Austin A55, and I don't have one of these, but I really like this two-tone. It's a bashed in at the front there. What a shame. It's in, you know, the paint's in such good condition. The underside is in such good condition, but it does need a bash with the hammer. Look at the front of there. My parents have had two cars this very colour, both of them Fords, so I don't know whether there's any link there with that colour, but anyway. Hey, so here we have the taxi. Of course, this is the Chevy Impala taxi. The decal has gone off the front. This is not, don't know, yeah, maybe it is the standard yellow, a little bit different to the yellow that I can remember. I've done two of these now. This one will definitely be getting some kind of attention. I'm not too sure what, but the fact that it's got its glass intact, it's got its tow hook intact, I think perhaps I don't know, maybe not a taxi, because I've already done a taxi. It's my biggest Matchbox Garage video. In fact, it's got nearly 500,000 views, would you believe? And then I've done a lowrider version, which I've given away. So I wouldn't mind doing another one, kind of semi-custom, you know, like a bit of a Sunday driver, retired old taxi perhaps. I don't know, your suggestions below. Okay, so here is, what did I say? Yeah, and funny enough, Danny from Danny's Diecast Disasters, I'm sure this was the one he sent me the other day. He shot me a mail. To be fair, we kind of pretty much talk, I think, on the daily, really, kind of, you know, saying about what we've done, you know, what cars are coming up. And he said, how cool would one of these be? Which I agreed. And I said, yeah, but I don't have one. I've never seen one. And there we are, a few days afterwards. So I'll have to ping him a picture of that. And yeah, I think he'll be quite jealous. So this will be coming soon. Porsche. So this is Porsche, made in Thailand, Porsche Turbo, 1978. Opening wheels. God, look how wide they've put those wheels. Really fill out those arches. One of my very first videos. God, look at the amount of paint they've laid on there. It's so thick. If this is still like, I get the feeling this is a, even though the base is it reads 1976, but this is a much later kind of casting, and I don't know whether they've just lost a lot of the casting detail over the years, or just that there is such a layer of thick paint on here that it's covering half of the detail up. But you've got some weight to it, and Look at that, look, it's even, see at the top there, it's almost filled in the sunroof. But anyway, be interesting to strip that and just to see whether it's just lost detail or just such thick paint. Anyway, I digress. Kennel truck, 1963, with the steering on the front. Another cool little car. I've never seen one with this back. I need to either, I think I've got a few of these. Here's just another one that I can pick at hand in worse condition. Oh, there you go, look. So I wonder what that means. That one's got a chrome front end, that one's got a white front end. Don't know whether all the chrome has just gone from that or whether they were just different options. Your answers on a postcard, please. This is cool. I like this. I've never seen one of these before. This is a trailer caravan, Matchbox series number 23. And that is real pretty. It's a shame it's broken on the top there. I remember, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months ago, Mr. Marty done a restoration on one of these, and if I remember rightly, a lot of this back end was broken on his one, and he recreated it with all his 3D gadgetry. That's too intelligent for me. I'm just glad this one's all intact, so I can just reshoot that pink, reshoot the green interior, and then I've got a nice new caravan. I've got a truck here, Chef Boyardee, much later one. So what's this? 1981, so still older than me. Kenworth. Hey, so we've got a 1982 Thunderbird, and that's in, I bet you that's in quite good condition if it was cleaned up. You may remember within the last couple of weeks I've done a Restoration Plus version of one of these. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And these glass are always broken, they're always missing, and it's the second one that I've had intact, so lucky me, lucky me. Oh yeah, this is a Pontiac Firebird, cool design. And again, today I've just watched Danny's Diecast Disasters, and he just customized one of these, and it was pretty cool. What colour was it? He done it blue with a black stripe. His glass was busted out, had to put new glass in it, replace the wheels, painted the base, put in all the details. Check it out if you haven't already. It is awesome. I nearly screamed, but you know, I shouldn't, because I am a mature adult. But I've got the biggest smile you'll ever see right now. This is beautiful. Matchbox series number 38, Honda motorcycle trailer, in fabulous condition. The decal there, the wheels there, really trying hard to mask my excitement. And the little motorbike here in just fabulous condition, cool purple colour, and it just sits in there, and that's going to go straight into my display cabinet. I'm going to have to pick out a suitable car to actually tow that with. Your suggestions down below. Of course, Marty, not too long ago, actually, I guess you could say customized or Restoration Plus. He done 4 or 5 different ones: Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Suzuki. Was that it? I can't remember. And then I think he kept like one original Honda, and then he done all different colours. And yeah, seek it out if you haven't done already. But wow, that's possibly gone into my favourite piece. I'm just going to put that somewhere safe, and I shall try to move on. So, as I mentioned earlier on, we got the, they call this, let me just get a bit close, sleet and snow. Okay, so sleet and snow, they always come broken, but this is with it, so I can repair that. So I need to make sure that I don't lose that piece. Now, I have done a restoration, well, I say a custom on one of these before. I've done like a military vibe with Nick's Toy Garage. It was a bit of a build off. Check him out if you haven't already. And yeah, it came out pretty nice, but I really like this, and this one will be restored one day, and I shall put that to one side so that I don't lose that piece. Here we have a Dodge Challenger. Look at the meat on that. It's such a big, wide, powerful, beastie car. Beautiful. I've got a couple of these, and have I restored one of them? I can't even remember now. I've done so many cars. Something tells me I have done one of these, but then something tells me that I've done only something similar. I believe I sent a couple of those over. I had that kind of vibe of car. I sent over to Austin. Diecast Resurrection in Canada, and he done, actually I think he might have even done that one. That might be what I'm thinking. He gave me a shout out, which is pretty awesome. I'm sure you guys know Austin by now. If you don't, check out Diecast Resurrection. God, I'm reeling off the old diecast creators today, but there are so many good ones, and I watch, I watch them. I don't know who this DW is, but I've noticed that on a couple of cars now. But whoever he was, he looked after his cars, so thank you, DW. And that is in wicked condition, that one. So this is what I was going to kind of mention earlier on, and then stop myself. I done a restoration plus on one of these recently. I repainted it red, put in a couple of details around the front, and put some more appropriate wheels. And yeah, it turned out really nice. But I'm glad I've got another one in stock for when I want to do another one. So we've got a Greyhound. Oh, that's a shame. So we've got, but at least we've got one side with some decal. I've got some two really rank ones here. Oh, that one's actually got the same decal. Oh, well, part of one. That's got busted out glass. This one's got painted on glass, and this one's certainly the cleanest. So it's nice to add to my little collection here. Oh, look, we've got another boat. Oh, wait a minute. I guess that goes with that, right? Cool. Gotta have to have a little look, see what's supposed to go on here. But it's another little boat and trailer. Danny will be jealous. So I'm sure he'll be able to. Oh, actually, I'm just thinking they're not there. They're just little bits on the side. But yeah, that would be nice with a bit of detail in it. I'll have to send him a picture. We've got some magazines here. Wow, this one's cool. This is a Vauxhall Guildsman, and I've got a couple of these, but they're always broken. And the fact that this is in good condition, minus the tow hook, but this shouldn't have a tow hook, really, should it? That decal on the front is disgusting. So if I look at that, those wheel arches, aren't they funky? But yeah, when I come around to restoring this one, I'm certainly not going to put that back on the front. Maybe the same colour, but anyway, what we got here, Sight Hut truck, and I'm going to guess this is the Sight Hut. How cool is that? So that deserves to be restored. Oh, beautiful! Look at this. Matchbox Series number 34 Volkswagen camper in relatively good condition. The glass is good, of course it's got the doors, everything inside appears to be intact. That's really nice, but I'm really wanting to do a custom on that. I say a custom, you know, like a Restoration Plus. So hear me out, this is what I want to do. I've got some wheels. I'm thinking bloody thing, get in there. Now I'm thinking these wheels, two-tone, cream on top, maybe I don't know, a kind of like a greenish colour, you know, this kind of vibe on the bottom. Although it's got, what's that colour interior? It looks like it's got orange interior, so maybe we'll pick out something that goes with that. Obviously it's got like a yellowish tinted, so maybe like a light orange on the bottom and then a white on top or a cream on top with those wheels. You know, I've got different wheels as well, we can go with them. They'd suit. They would suit. Yeah. Anyway, if you've made it this far into the video, 1, thank you, and 2, yeah, let me know. What would you like to see? Now we've got another, I've got quite a few of these now. Dodge Wreck Truck. Looking around, this one's certainly in the best condition, and you know, I think everybody else has done restorations on these. I'm not going to do a restoration, but what I might do is do some kind of custom work, as in, you know, change out the wheels, change out the colours, and you know, put in some detail, and then hopefully no one hates me because I customized one of these rather than restoring it. Like I say, there's plenty of restoration videos. Oh, so this is what I mentioned earlier on. This is the Lincoln Continental, again in the colour that I have, and I've had a few of them, but now we've obviously got that other colour to go alongside it. I think we've already played this one. This must be a second version, yeah, because the other one didn't open up as easy. Oh look, so we've got 2 of these. This one has got the extension here. And I recently done a Restoration Plus version of one of these, which has done really well. Check it out if you haven't already. But truly beautiful car. Wowzers. So we got, I wonder why some of these are plastic bases. Don't understand why, but anyway. Land Rover Safari, and I've got, can't see them at the moment, but I've got 3 different colours. I think I've got one of these colours. What I don't have on all the other 3 is this on the top. So now I can restore one of mine. I'll do a Restoration Plus, you know, paint these in different colours, what have you. But yeah, I've been waiting for that to come through. Wonderful. Shame I can't say the same with this one. Fiat 1500, and I've got 3 or 4 of these, but all missing that bit on the top, which is a shame. Maybe I should do like a job lot and buy a few. Wow, talk about job lot. We've got 1 door, 2 door, 3 door, and that one's the glass in there, but it's a little bit busted out, look. It's a shame. But otherwise, yeah, I need to get a job lot of horses now to go with all of these horse boxes. They're pretty cool. This one, I can tell you already, is not a Matchbox. This one is a Husky. Yep. Husky Studebaker Wagoneer. So the same. There are some differences. You know, I don't think they've just ripped them off. There are some very, very minor differences. But yeah, I've got, reason why I knew this was a Husky, because I've got one already. Maybe I can do a pair now. Very nice though, very nice. Wow. So yeah, I've done a restoration one of these recently. The field car, I think it was a restoration plus. I just kind of put in some headlights, tail lights, and kept with the original wheels and everything. These tops here normally get lost. You can see why. Flimsy. This one's obviously been bashed in already, look. But that can be fixed. And then we've got in here, so this, now if I remember rightly, Grant did mention about these three I'd also like done, but not sure what to custom them as. So that's just more pictures of the other. So we got a Tamika Toyota ambulance, which is very cool. Everything intact. Tamika Isuzu bonnet bus. Police department. Very cool. And then a Tamika 1977 Chevrolet Chevy van. And that is also very nice and very cool. I'm going to need to speak to Grant, figure out these and what we're going to do with them. And then last but not least, we have a 1966 and a 1968. Now, these are super cool, but I'm not going to go through these because I know that Bare Metal Hot Wheels is going to be going through these himself, so I don't want to, you know, urinate on his parade. He's got all of these. I've only got a couple, so he's got all of these, and I think, you know, obviously again, Bare Metal was probably one of the first 3 YouTube channels that I ever come across. It was certainly between him and who was it? Anyway, it doesn't matter right now. But Bare Metal is going to be kind of going through all these catalogues, so I'll leave those for him to go through. But anyway, hopefully you'd have seen quite a nice few cars in this lot. I've got certainly a lot of work ahead of me, so I'll get, well, I better crack on, eh? Anyway, thanks guys for watching.